Dad, why is Jharkhand called a mineral-rich state?
Because beneath its land lie enormous deposits of coal, iron ore.
So minerals are the whole economy?
Not anymore. Jharkhand's economy includes agriculture, forests, mining, manufacturing, and a growing services sector.
Then why does mining get so much attention?
Because minerals helped build many of Jharkhand's major industries. What happens when minerals and industries meet?
Yeah.
Raw materials become steel, machines, electricity, vehicles, and countless products.
So the real story is not just about digging minerals? Exactly. The real story is about turning natural wealth into people's prosperity. Does agriculture still matter?
Very much. Millions depend directly or indirectly on agriculture and rural activities.
Then why is farming difficult here?
Much of it depends on rainfall, while irrigation and modern agricultural infrastructure remain challenges.
And forests?
Forests support livelihoods through timber, lark, tasar, fruits, seeds, leaves, medicines, and other forest products.
So Jharkhand has three big strengths?
Think broader: agriculture, forests, minerals, industries, and now increasingly services. Then let's follow the journey from village to mine to factory. That's the real economic story of Jharkhand.
What is the most important food crop here?
Rice is one of the most important crops of Jharkhand.
Do farmers grow only rice?
No, we also grow maize, wheat, pulses, oilseeds, vegetables, and fruits.
What is the biggest agricultural problem?
Rainfall decides too much of our harvest.
Why doesn't irrigation solve it?
Irrigation coverage is not enough everywhere, especially in many rain-fed farming areas.
What could help farmers?
Check dams, farm ponds, irrigation projects, rainwater harvesting, and better water management.
What about modern farming?
Better seeds, technology, storage, processing, and market access can raise farm income.
So agriculture needs value addition too?
Absolutely. Selling a crop is one thing. Processing and packaging it creates more value. Give me an example.
Instead of selling tomatoes cheaply, processing them into products can create additional income and jobs. Can agriculture and industry work together?
They must. Food processing connects farms with factories and markets.
So rural development isn't separate from industrial development?
Not at all. Strong villages create stronger local economies.
Why are forests economically important in Jharkhand? Because forests provide food, fuel, raw materials, income, and employment for many communities. What are minor forest produce? Things like mahua, tendu leaves, sal seeds, tamarind, medicinal plants, and lac. What's special about lac? Lac is a valuable natural resin produced through the activity of lac insects. Where is lac used? In products such as varnishes, polishes, coatings, and several industrial applications. And what is tasar? Tasar is a type of silk traditionally important to Jharkhand's rural and tribal economy. Does tasar create employment? Yes. Sericulture can support rearers, spinners, weavers, artisans, and traders. So one forest resource can support many jobs? Exactly. That is the power of value chains. Can forest resources be developed without destroying forests? Yes, if harvesting is sustainable and local communities benefit. What happens if forests disappear? Livelihoods suffer, biodiversity declines, soil erodes, and environmental problems grow. So forest economy needs protection and development together. That's the balance Jharkhand must maintain.
Now tell me about Jharkhand's most famous mineral. Coal. Why is coal so important? It provides energy and is also crucial for several industries. Which coal field is especially famous? Jharia coal field. Where is Jharia? In Dhanbad district. Why is Jharia important for steel? Because it is famous for coking coal, which is essential for producing coke used in iron and steel making.
So coal can become coke? Yes, and coke can help turn iron ore into iron in a blast furnace.
What other coal fields are important? Bokaro, North Karanpura, South Karanpura, and several other coal-bearing areas.
Does coal only produce steel? No.
Coal also supports thermal power generation and many other industries.
Then coal creates a chain.
Coal can lead to power, coke, steel, transport, employment, and industrial development.
But coal mining must have problems.
Yes, land degradation, pollution, subsidence, displacement, and mine fires are serious concerns.
If coal is one side of the steel story,
What's the other? Iron ore.
where is Jharkhand's major iron ore belt?
West Singhbum is particularly important for hematite iron ore. Have you heard of Noamundi?
Of course. Noamundi is one of the well-known iron ore mining areas. What about Goa?
Goa is another important iron ore mining center in the Singhbum region
Why does iron ore matter so much?
because iron ore is the basic raw material for producing iron and steel.
And steel supports other industries?
Almost everywhere. Construction, machinery, transport, automobiles, and engineering.
So iron ore doesn't end its journey at the mine. Exactly.
Its economic journey begins there.
What other minerals occur around Singhbum?
Copper, manganese, chromite, kyanite, nickel, cobalt, and several other minerals occur in the region.
That's a lot of mineral diversity.
That's why Jharkhand occupies such an important place on India's mineral map. But shouldn't we process these minerals here?
Yes, more local processing means more value addition, skills, jobs, and industrial opportunities. Which district is famous for copper?
East Singhbum is strongly associated with copper resources. What is the famous copper belt called?
The Singhbum Copper Belt. What is copper used for?
Electrical wires, electronics, machinery, telecommunications, and many industrial products.
And uranium?
Jaduguda in East Singhbum is famous for uranium mining.
Why is uranium special?
Because uranium is an important nuclear fuel. Now tell me about bauxite. Bauxite is the principal ore used to produce aluminium.
Which districts are associated with bauxite?
Lohardaga, Gumla, Latehar, Palamu, and other areas have important bauxite occurrences. And mica?
Koderma and the surrounding belt became historically famous for mica. What about graphite?
Palamu and Latehar are important graphite-bearing areas.
So the mineral map is incredibly diverse.
Exactly. Coal and iron are only part of Jharkhand's mineral story. Where does Jharkhand's mineral wealth become industrial power?
Look at Jamshedpur.
Why is Jamshedpur so important?
It grew around a major steel industry and became a major industrial city. And Tata Steel?
Tata Steel is central to Jamshedpur's industrial identity. Why was Jamshedpur suitable for steel?
It had access to raw materials, water, power, transport, and markets.
Is Bokaro another major steel center?
Yes, Bokaro became one of India's major steel producing centers.
So Jamshedpur and Bokaro represent two major industrial stories.
Yes, both show how raw materials can support large-scale industrialization.
Does steel create only factory jobs?
No, it creates demand for transport, engineering, construction, services, suppliers, and ancillary industries.
So one steel plant can create a whole ecosystem.
Exactly.
Then industrialization also creates cities.
Yes, industries attract workers, businesses, infrastructure, and services.
That's how minerals change the economic geography of a region.
You've got it. What is Ranchi's industrial importance? Ranchi is associated with heavy engineering and industrial machinery. You mean Heavy Engineering Corporation? Yes. HEC became an important part of India's heavy engineering ecosystem. What about Adityapur? Adityapur is a major industrial area associated with automobile, engineering, and ancillary industries.
Large industries need thousands of smaller suppliers and service providers. Why are ancillary industries important?
So MSMEs matter? A lot. MSMEs can generate employment, entrepreneurship, and local value addition. What other industries can grow? Food processing, textiles, handicrafts, engineering, forest product processing, and automobile components. What about electricity? Power is essential for almost every modern industry. And Jharkhand has coal for thermal power. Exactly. Coal provides an important energy base.
So mining, power, and industry are connected. They form a chain, but that chain must become cleaner and more efficient.
And small industries can spread development beyond big cities? That's one of their biggest advantages.
If minerals create wealth, why do mining areas still face problems? Because economic benefits and social costs are not always distributed equally.
What happens to land during mining? Land may be disturbed, forests may be cleared, and communities may sometimes need to relocate.
What about pollution?
Mining can affect air, water, soil, and surrounding ecosystems if poorly managed.
And coal fires? Jharia's long-running underground coal fires are a famous example of the environmental and social challenges of coal mining. Can mining also cause subsidence?
Yes.
Underground mining and fires can contribute to land subsidence.
Then should Jharkhand stop mining?
No. The question is how to mine responsibly and use the benefits fairly.
Is this what people mean by a resource curse?
It can be. A resource-rich region can still struggle if wealth doesn't translate into broad human development.
What about illegal mining?
Illegal mining reduces public revenue and can worsen environmental and governance problems.
So governance matters as much as geology. Absolutely. Strong regulation, transparency, monitoring, and enforcement are essential.
Then mineral wealth alone cannot guarantee prosperity.
Correct. Institutions determine how effectively wealth becomes development.
What is the biggest opportunity for Jharkhand?
Value addition. Explain it simply.
Instead of exporting only raw iron ore, produce iron, steel, machinery, components, and finished products.
That creates more jobs?
Yes, and more skills, businesses, investment, and economic activity.
What about agriculture?
Connect farms with storage, food processing, packaging, logistics, and markets.
And forests?
Protect forests while increasing the value of sustainable forest products.
What does sustainable mining mean?
Using mineral resources efficiently while protecting the environment and planning for communities and future generations.
So development shouldn't mean choosing between people and nature.
Exactly. Good development tries to protect both.
What should happen in mining districts?
Mining revenue should help improve roads, education, healthcare, livelihoods, skills, and local infrastructure.
Then what is Jharkhand's real economic goal?
To transform natural wealth into inclusive prosperity, not merely extract and export resources ahead. So what's the final lesson?
Jharkhand's future depends on one powerful idea. Use its minerals, forest